We want to handle grade 7 mathematics, and we are going to look at solving linear equations. So the other time we talked about forming linear equations. Today we want to look at how do we solve linear equations. So when you are asked to solve an equation, that means you are told to get the value of the unknown. Unknown is the letter that you have been given. For example, if you have a number like a question like x, don't know whether this chalk is visible. Let me use the yellow. X plus 12 is equal to 24. X plus 12 is equal to 24. So this is where you are told to solve. If you are told to solve, that means you have to get the value of the unknown. Unknown is this letter here. So you are asked to find this letter. What is this number that if you add to 12, you get 24? So because this one is as simple, somebody can easily say this number is 12. But how do you get that 12? So in solving equations, there is always what we call the like terms. So we will collect the like terms. So like terms, I said in the previous video that like terms means either the same letters or whole numbers without any letter. So like in this case, this is 12 without any letter. So it is a like term to this 24. So collecting them means we have to put them together. So remember there is an equal sign here. One is on the other side, another one is this side. If we want to collect the like terms and they are on different opposite sides, they are on different sides, that means this one must cross the other side. So when you are crossing a like term to the other side where there is the other like term, there is always a rule. And the first thing is the sign of a number is always in front of it. The sign of a number is always not at the back. So like in this case, the sign of this number, 12, is plus 12. So anytime you are collecting a like term, you have to collect it together with the sign. So that means we will pick it like this. And it will go the other side. So there's a rule that says if you have a positive and it crosses an equal sign, it becomes a negative. If you have a positive and it crosses an equal side, goes the other side, it becomes a negative. And if it was a negative and it crosses an equal sign, it will change to a positive. So that is the rule. So because this one is positive 12, if it crosses the other side, this positive will have to change. So we will remain with this side. Remember, this side will remain with x is equal to 24 minus, this is positive 12. So if it crosses the equal sign and goes the other side, it becomes minus 12. So we'll say x is equal to 24 minus 12 is 12. So that means the value of x is 12. That now you have solved. You have solved the value of x. So when you are solving, solving equalities means you are looking for the value of the unknown. Unknown is the letter itself. Now, there are quite a number of examples. So this is one of them. Let me try to look for another example. We will have one like 7y minus 4y. 7y minus 4y is equal to 24. Is equal to 24. So the first thing is to collect the like terms. So like this is y and y. So those are like terms. And because they are on the same side, we can easily work it out. So 7y minus 4y, you remain with 3y. So 3y is equal to 24. So remember, you are solving. And therefore, when you are solving, you are supposed to get the value of the unknown and one unknown. So here we have 3y's. 3y's is equal to 24. So 1y will be what? Because anytime we are solving, we are trying to get the value of one specific letter. If there are 3 letters, we want the value of 1y. So for us to get the value of 1y here, we will have to divide this by 3, and we divide this side by the same 3. So if you divide this by 3, you will remain with y this side. This side, the same 24 divided by 3, you will get 8. So that means if 3y is equal to 24, then 1y is equal to 8. So that one we say that you have solved that inequality or that equation, solving an equation. We are moving step by step. So let me move to a little bit advanced, a bit advanced. So we will have one like 6 into 18 minus 2n, close the bracket, is equal to 4, open the bracket, into 4n minus 8. We are solving, and that means we want the value of the unknown, and unknown here is this letter n. We want to find that letter. Which number is represented by letter n? So the first thing, because this is as brackets, so let us open the bracket. And I hope I explained in the previous video how we open the bracket, how we remove the bracket. So let us remove the bracket. So we will have, removing the bracket means you take what is outside the bracket times what is inside the bracket, what is outside times what is inside the bracket. Same to this, because there's another bracket here. What is outside the bracket times what is inside the bracket, what is outside times what is inside. So that means we will have 6 times 18. Let us have that. 6 times 18, that is 6 times 8, that is 48. 6 times 1 is 6 plus 4, 10. So we will have 108 here, that is for this, minus 6 times 2n, that is 12n. So we have opened that bracket, is equal to, we open the other side, 4 times 4n, that is 16n, minus 4 times 8, that is 32. 32. So we have this. We have opened the bracket, and therefore we have that linear equation. So from there, we collect the like terms. And remember, we have two sides here. There's this whole number without any letter. Another whole number without any letter is the other side. Then this side, there's this 12n, and the other n is also the other side. So we'll have to pick one. Which one do we take the other side? So we want to take this, and I said when you are collecting the like term, collect that number together with the sign in front of it. So like in this case, we want to take this 12n, the other side, then we bring this minus 32 to this side. So we pick it, we carry it together with the sign. So this one will cross the other side, then this one is a like term to this, so we will bring it this side. So that means we will have 108. This thing was negative 32 minus 32. And I said that a positive, when it crosses an equal sign, it becomes a negative. While a negative, if it crosses an equal sign, it becomes a positive. So this is a negative. If it crosses this equal sign and comes this side, it becomes a positive. So we will have plus 32 is equal to the same. This side we have 16n, and this one is also a negative. This one will go, so we have negative 12n. So if it crosses the other side, because it is a negative, it will change to a positive. So you will have positive 12n. So because now they are same like terms, now we can add 108 plus 132, that is 140, is equal to 16 plus 12, that is 28n. So 28n. If 28n is 140, 1n is what? That is what we want. We want the value of one unknown. So we will divide this side by 28. We divide this side by the same 28. So you have 108 divided by 28. I think 108 goes, 28 goes into 100, it is 140. 28 goes into 140, how many times? Is it 5 times? Let us try. 28 times 5, that is 40, carry 4, 10 plus 4, 14. Very good. So that is 5 times. So 28 will go into 145 times, which is 140. So that means n, 1n is equal to 5. 1n is equal to 5. We have simplified. We have solved the value of the unknown, which in this case was n. So that is the value of n. So if you replace this n, this 5, where there is letter n, you put that 5, you will get, if you work out that, you are supposed to get those answers the way they are. So that one we have simplified, not simplified, we have found the value of n. We have solved the value of n. Let me get another example here. Another example here. There's what we call applications. So let me talk of these applications kidogo. Application of linear equation. So application is where you are supposed to apply the knowledge of solving a linear equation to solve a given problem. For example, you can use the knowledge of solving linear equation to get the angles of either triangle or a rectangle, whichever figure you have been given. So for example, there's this. You have been given a triangle like this. There's this triangle. Now this one is now called application. You want to apply the knowledge of solving equations to find the angles that are here. So this side, you are told this is 2x degrees. 2x degrees. This side is 3x plus 35 degrees. Remember, they are angles. Then this one is x minus 5 degrees. So the question can be told, determine the size of each angle in the triangle. You are told to find the angle of each, the size of each angle. So what is the size of this angle? What is the size of that angle? And what is the size of that angle? So we are going to use the knowledge of solving equations to find these angles. This is what you have been given, but by the end of the day, you are supposed to get this angle. Apart from being 2x, you are supposed to get it. What is that angle in terms of degrees? So the first thing we are going to do, we are going to form an equation using these figures that we have been given here. And at that point, you have to know that this is a triangle. What do you know about a triangle? A triangle has 3 angles. These 3 angles, they add up to 180 degrees. So the 3 angles, this one, if you add all of them, you are supposed to get 180 degrees. So that is one thing. Because you have to know the total angle of a triangle for you to solve this. So after knowing that if I add these 3 angles, I'm supposed to get 180 degrees, then I'm going to use these angles that have been given here to equate it to 180. From there, we will solve to get the value of x. So let us go. That is 2x, that is this angle. 2x degrees, this, plus this angle here, which is 3x plus 35 degrees, plus this last angle, which is x minus 5 degrees. If I add all of them, I'm supposed to get 180 degrees. So we have that equation. From there, we collect the like terms. And remember, like term, you collect the number together with the sign in front of it. So let us look at the whole numbers that are this side. That should go the other side. So we have plus 35. That should go the other side because it is a like term to that. We also have minus 5. That should also go the other side. Then the remaining letters are here. And if you look at the letters, we have 2x plus 3x, that should be here, then plus x. So we'll have the x as 2x plus 3x plus this x is equal to 180 if we start with this, or we can even start with this. So remember, this is a negative, and we said if a negative crosses an equal sign and goes the other side, it becomes a positive. So if this is minus 5, if it crosses this side, it should be plus 5. Then this one is plus. If it crosses the other side, it should be minus 35. So from there, let us solve. All these are additions. So you have 2x plus 3x, that is 5x, plus 1x, that is 6x. So this side we have 6x is equal to 180 plus 5, that is 185. So 185 minus 35, you get 0, 5, 1. So is equal to 150. 6x is 150. 1x is what? So for us to get 1x, we divide this by the value of that x, that is 6. So if we divide 150 divide by 6, 6 goes into 15 two times, which is 12, remainder 3. Then you bring down 0. 6 goes into 35 times. 5 times 6, 30. So 1x is 25 degrees. But that was not the question. We have only found the value of 1x to help us solve these things. So once you have the value of x, now you come and get the value of these angles. So the first angle is this, which is 2x. 2x. So if 1x is 25, that means 2x is 25 times 2. So that is 50. So this angle here is 50, this angle. So this one we have found to be 50. Let us write it there, 50 degrees. And let's come to this. This seems to be the largest angle here. So that angle is 3x minus, not plus 35. So 1x is 25. 3x will be what? So 25 times 3, that is 75. 75 plus 35. What do you get? 75 plus 35, that is 0, 8, 110. So that means this angle is 110 degrees. So far we have used 50, 110. So automatically this one should be 60. So that you get a total of not 60. This is 50 plus 110, that is 120, 160. So automatically this one should be 20, because if we add all these angles, we are supposed to get 180 exactly. So let us find if it is going to be 20. So we will say that angle is x minus 5. And x is 25. 25 minus 5, what do you get? 20. So this is the smallest angle here, 20 degrees. So how many angles do we have? 50 degrees, 110 degrees, 20 degrees. Once you have the knowledge of solving equation, you can easily, any question can come from here. You can even be asked, what is the size of the largest angle there? You only use that method, then you get the angles. So this is the largest angle, this is the smallest angle. So that is how we can apply the knowledge of solving equation to solve such problems.